actually. I wanted to say some more. Why would I cut it short there? So, if you are a critical thinker and you're aware, what's going to happen is that they'll try and box you in. They're going to try and put you into a category, and you may not even be part of that category. You may be a free thinker, but they're going to try and they're going to try and circle you in and corral you into these pens, these like fences, like a bunch of cattle and farm animals, which is essentially all we are to them. And we're literally like food for a lot of them in every type of way. We're spiritually, mentally, and physically what they feed off of. So, that being said, don't let them do that to you by connecting with other free thinking individuals. And just put your all into your life. If you do that, then you'll get all back out, put your all into it. So, yeah, that's the biggest defense that we have. There's other methods too. A free thinker won't judge you. Like, a lot of people will judge the box that they want to see you in, so they're programmed to judge the box. Like, if you believe that the sky is purple or something, like you believe that Noah had an ark or something, like an objective person won't say, like, immediately go to "you're wrong" and start berating them. Like, Noah never existed, there was no ark. And that's just a common, like, Bible thing, I guess. Not everyone grew up Christian, so you may not all get that reference, but it's actually, that whole thing goes deep on its own. But the point is that whether it happened or not, you won't judge someone for believing it, and you might even ask a question or two about it, like, what was the ark? Like, how did they make it? If it was real, when did this all take place? Like, when did this flood of the world happen? And you'll ask those types of things. And a boxed-in thinker, one of the unaware masses, will, this day and age, I mean, they won't critically think at all. I mean, if they're going to church because that's their routine, they'll keep going. But so they'll probably hear about that and they might just believe it. But that's being chipped away at. Most people who are unaware wouldn't be going to church at all at this point, because it's so heavily attacked as a religion. It's like all the religions are just religions. They're just systems of thinking anyways. And it's, to me, a personal religion. It's like you're connecting to the source through your own pathway that was given to you by the source. So you can use what these religions have to offer, but as a free thinker, you wouldn't necessarily subscribe to any one of them, but you might go to church, you might listen to a pastor, you might read a religious book, but they're all, they have their hierarchies and systems set in place to box you in, to box people in. But a more boxed in view nowadays that the unaware masses would take would be like, oh yeah, like science is the new religion. Science, believe in science. You hear that all the time. Like, you see all of a sudden in the past 7 years, or I want to say since 2016-ish, a bunch of people are wearing NASA. Like, they started selling them at Walmart, and I'm like, this is sad. Like, they're wearing NASA logos and wearing NASA on their selves, like, and a lot of people who are unaware just go ahead and believe what that government organization tells them without doing any of the critical thought, and they aim to get you so far from the truth that even if you're unaware, you're even farther than if you were unaware in a religion. Now you're unaware in like a religion that's basically science, that's telling you there is no that you have no escape, that you're a meaningless, you evolved from a crumb of God shit or something, like, but they don't believe in God, so it would be like, and if you're atheist, I'm, as an open-minded person, I'm open to that worldview, whatever, but it's usually tied in with Satanism, which is another religion. So you're like, well, why is science and religion so close? Because it's not really there to help for the most part. And I'm talking about science that is like, corporatized. Like, you have these big faces that you always hear about. You always hear about Isaac Newton and whatever. Like, who Copernicus, and like, who were these fools? Like, we don't know who they are. They're not even alive. Nowadays, you have your Bill Nye, a goofy, weird, goofy is a light term for it. You have like, they're all, but these are the priests of their religion, essentially. Like, why believe some people like that? Why believe that these people have any scientific background or anything, and they're not just making you interested in it, and they're just good talkers? So, there's that. But basically, that's all to say, if someone's unaware and they're believing in science, they're in the science box, most likely they're just, they're gonna attack you. They're gonna say like, no, that's completely false. If you say like Noah's Ark was real, or if you say, there's a creator or something, like, they'll be like, nope, it's just helium or something that it, like, it just, no, we know, we were there, and it all happened hundreds of millions of years ago. And you can't question someone who's unaware, but the attack is so harsh and so widespread in the people. It's like a virus that just spreads. It's because they're unaware. They don't question anything coming in. They don't question, like, well, if like this all came from helium or something, how did helium get here? Like, what came before that? They don't have the capability to ask or to answer that question, or seek the answer. Like, they may even ask it, but they're not gonna like go any further than that. They'll be afraid of seeking the answer, because deep down, I think we get a sixth sense or a seventh sense or something. We get that inner knowing that there's more. So it's not, it's either going to be communicated to you through a feeling, through symbology, through a dream, or through just direct connection with the spirit. You're like connected to it, and you're like, hey, what else can I question now? I mean, the answers are staring me in the face. Like, if you're, in the afterworld or whatever. I mean, like, that's all, I'm not saying what that is or isn't the afterworld. I don't know what the afterlife is or isn't, what the world is or isn't. And I don't want to get into that discussion right now, because you have all these different ideas. And then even for free thinkers, we have to be careful, because they'll try and find these little niche boxes to fit us into, which are like, so those will be like getting you into things that you kind of research or something, maybe, or like that free thinkers look into. Or a free thinker, for example, might say like, why do we focus on other countries and other groups of people and all this stuff of like mass immigration, when you can walk outside and basically, like, why do we focus on other countries' wars and sending money to wars in other countries when our own country doesn't have enough money? And you have so many people willing to fight for another country's war that they've never even been to. and in our own country, we have plenty of suffering, plenty of people who need extra money, including me and you. Like, I guarantee probably everyone on this video, almost everyone will on this video need extra money. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, there's no red and blue or left and right wing or Democrat and Republican. It's like free thinkers versus the masses, and don't be put into boxes. Don't let them argue with you, because they're not even saying anything that they know to be true. They're just saying stuff that they haven't processed or regurgitated or anything. It's just useless. And then don't even get me started on all the bots we have going on here, like literal programmable bots that just are in every social media platform nowadays. So that's basically what unaware people are, is bots. They're just programmable, but they have more potential to wake up and snap out of the illusion that they're in. And yeah, we can work together. We can get the right information out there. We just have to keep putting it out, and eventually, whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And use your critical thinking and realize the trajectory of where this world is going right now, where this planet is leading towards. Like, what's the grand scheme of things? What's the blueprint of all this stuff? So on that note, vibes. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. My gratitude for watching.